WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and our website, www.wvtcdetroit.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. Thank you for tuning to WVTC Radio Detroit and the Community Bell Show with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner, Edna Bell. Stay tuned for insightful information Detroiters will find valuable. Text a friend and tell them to watch with you for news you can use. And now, your host, Edna Bell.
Hello. It's Monday, so it must be the Community Bell Show. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a great show today, just a great show. But before I introduce our guest, I'd like to send condolences to my good friend Irma Clark Coleman and her family. Her memorial service is this evening at 7 o'clock at Living Waters Church. That is the church that her daughter Melanie and her husband Jay Moss, the recording artist, a gospel recording artist, pastor, Living Waters Church on Chicago, just west of Telegraph. And her homegoing service will be tomorrow at Second Ebenezer, family hour at 10:30, funeral at 11. Keep the family in prayer. Irma Clark Coleman, former county commissioner, state rep, state senator, and school board member. She will be missed. We'll want you to make sure you say some prayers for that family. Thank you for that. And then the second one is Virgil Smith, Judge Virgil Smith. Virgil passed this past week. Virgil was the first chair of the Third Wayne County Circuit Court, a former state senator, former state representative, and just an all around good guy. Lived in Conant Gardens. Father owned the gas station in Conant Gardens that we all went to. Went to college with his sister Beverly. And so just a good family. Have been servants for all these years, from serving the gas station and gas and fixing cars in Conant Gardens to being a state senator, a state rep, and then a judge. So to the Smith family, our condolences go out to you as well. Gee, I'm getting pretty tired of saying condolences to families, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. Now, the good news today. I've got some special guests. Two of them, wonderful young men. They're in the food business. They're in the food business, but they're in the customer service business, more importantly, because that's what they do. They serve people, and they serve good food and good surroundings, and they're just good guys all around. I'm going to introduce you to Kevin and Maher. They're great. House of Brunch. I know you've not heard a lot about House of Brunch yet. You will, won't they?
Absolutely.
Won't they?
Absolutely.
Talk about House of Brunch.
Well, first of all, thank you for having us on the show. Looking forward to talking more about the concept. So House of Brunch, we are a fully halal brunch concept. It is a scratch-made kitchen located in Book Cadillac down.
Yes, and you guys know where the Book Cadillac is. That's where all the people stay when they come for sports and all sorts of entertainment and everything else. They stay at the Book Cadillac. That's where the House of Brunch is.
Yeah, so again, we are more so of a Southern concept, Southern soul, and we're adding some.
How about that? A combination of Mediterranean and Southern soul. And when he says Southern soul, I got to tell you about the shrimp and grits. You haven't tasted shrimp and grits until you taste the shrimp and grits at the House of Brunch. And the other thing you haven't tasted is the the waffles and chicken.
Chicken and waffle.
Chicken and waffles. Spectacular. Go ahead. I have to interrupt and tell you that. I have to tell you that.
So our chicken and waffles are a hand-cut chicken, batter them,
Mhm.
dress them in breading, and it's all from scratch, not the chicken.
And the batter is so good, you eat the batter, but it falls off the chicken. You eat the batter because it's so good.
Gotta get the crumbs in, you know?
Yeah, you get all the crumbs, all the crumbs. How did House of Brunch get started? How did you and Kevin get together?
Well, it was an amazing coincidence. It was definitely, I would say, a divine intervention,
Oh, okay.
because we had started. I started with a few other partners. And there was a lot of changes in partnerships, and people moved on. But during our open, Kevin walked in, and the amazing
Auburn
thing
Hills.
in Auburn Hills. Yeah, this was the first location. But he had this massive smile on his face. He just walked in by himself, and I was sitting talking with the chef at the time, by the coffee bar,
Mm-hmm.
and I look over like, "Hey, you know him?" And he was looking at me at the same time, saying, "Looks important."
It's important.
It's like somebody we should know.
Yes.
And I'm a pretty laid back guy. I don't actually coach anybody. I
I know.
myself. I'm
Mhm.
behind the scenes. I deal with the mess that's. But he actually asked for us to come to the table. He wanted to just tell us and compliment us on how amazing he was in
Service.
and the service. I believe it was your barber.
Yes, my barber, Brandon. Saw him today. He said hello, by the way.
Yeah, well, you tell him I said hello. Hello, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. He's
Hi,
watching.
Brandon.
On the Community Bell Show.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's like, man, listen, this stuff is so good. I'm an accountant by trade. if you need any help pro bono, I'll help you out. And then this is how the conversation started. And he we're going through some changes,
Mhm.
partnerships there, and this is where he was able to assist us and help us. That was a short-term business that we were running at that old location. We lost it to a flood.
Ah,
So we were operational.
Okay.
We were on America's Best Restaurant.
oh,
for,
wow.
Best Restaurant. We were on Eater Detroit twice. We were on Family Destination Guide. We were top. We were number one out of the top 40 brunch. Right.
Right.
We also had a appearance Channel 4 Live in it. So we had some great feedback from people. Where we had a great concept that was going, and eventually we lost it to the flood on Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Christmas
were
Eve.
opening up. It was Christmas Day. We walked in. That place was flooded.
Wow.
And we actually were we had a catering to the church.
What church? Word of Faith.
Word of Faith,
Mhm.
correct?
Southfield.
Yes,
Hey, Bishop.
it was for Bishop, and I'm sorry we ruined your Christmas Day breakfast on January 20 or December 22nd or 22.
Wow.
So it was again there was a lot of things going on with small business. Very you need a lot of resilience, and so we pushed through it. Took the claims that we had left over, whatever was left over, losing the business. We packed up, and then we were looking for a place where Detroit, and because Detroit we had
Wow.
we thought why not go to
Go to the customer.
the customer,
Yes.
and they would travel 30 miles.
And that's, they don't have to go that far.
Now they had to go.
Now the people from Auburn Hills have to come 30 miles to see you.
Absolutely.
And they're coming.
And I know, and that's okay. We're happy about that. We are happy about that.
There's a lot of fun things to do in downtown Detroit, and we're no one of them.
You're in the middle of it. You're
Yes.
in the middle of it. Kevin, how did you get in? What's your part in
So on paper,
it? Uh-huh.
it says I'm an accountant,
Okay.
CFO, and partner, but I do a lot of other things, outside of that. Along with the restaurant, I help on the management side of documentation, presentation,
Yes.
interviews, reminding my CEO that, okay, you got to be there. We've got things to do, right? And he's okay. We do that. It's a joy working with Maher because they're young guys. They remind me a lot of myself when I was his age, starting out in business, learning, making mistakes, trying to find out who to trust, who not to trust, doing things on time. So I'm kind of like the father, big brother figure, where this is how we do this, and we don't do it any other way. They just look at me strange. As long as they don't say anything back, we get it done and keep moving.
Keep moving.
So,
Keep moving.
but it's working out. It's a real joy. I've always wanted to be in the business. I've had clients in the business in the past, but now I have a more active role versus an accounting CFO. I am a partner, and I do come in and harass the staff as a
No,
customer.
you wouldn't harass, would you?
Well, I don't speak much. I just
Watch.
point and show, and I even pay my bill when they come, and I even tip the waitresses and waiters when they serve me. So I'm looking at it more so from a customer owner type position.
That's a good position to be in. Very good position to be in. Now, we know where you're located. What's the address on Michigan?
204 Michigan Avenue.
204 Michigan Avenue, House of Brunch. If you know downtown, it's where the old 24 Grill used to be. We're not going to ever mention their name again after this. It's from now on, it's the House of Brunch location. Got that, everybody? House of Brunch. You will love it. And, I'm working my way through the menu. Salmon croquettes are great. There's a salmon salad, wonderful. And as I said, the shrimp and grits, delicious. But they brought me something last week. What was it? Peaches and cream.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Our stuffed peaches.
Stuffed peaches and cream French toast. I didn't know what it was when he first brought it because it stands. I want to tell you guys, it stands this high, and it's got cream and it's got grilled peaches. It was delicious. It's too much for one. You got to share it. You have to share. One person can't eat it. I'm going to tell you that, but it's absolutely delicious. And so you've got to come and try pizzas and cream, shrimp and grits, chicken and waffles, and all the other things that are on the menu. Tell us some of the other things that are on the menu.
Absolutely. One of our biggest seller is our Southern Bird. More so of a Southern style fried chicken. And
Okay.
it goes crazy.
I haven't made it to that one yet. That'll be my next. That'll be the next one I get.
Come and see us tomorrow. And we our blueberry lemon poppy seed.
Blueberry lemon seed. Oh, poppy pancake. Oh my.
We got one of our biggest dishes right now. That's food omelet, plum crab, and plethora of different
Real crab.
Oh.
Real crab.
real crab. We use real crab.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are one of our big sales, and then we also have the Cadillac. We named it after the Cadillac Hotel, the book, which is our Cadillac skillet, a steak, New York strip steak, and United.
And I gotta tell you that the potatoes are special. I ordered just a cup of potatoes the other day, and I just sat there and ate potatoes. But the
Yeah.
potatoes are delicious.
Our breakfast potatoes are
Yes.
hand cut in house.
Yes.
They're blanched, fried twice. So this is how we make sure everything is good.
Wonderful.
There's,
Delicious.
there's
It's
more to
delicious.
come. You know, this is our pre-launch menu.
Mhm.
We are listening to feedback from we're
Okay.
tweaking things as we go, making sure that we're delivering the highest quality of.
That's the best part is service because people will come back over and over again for service.
Absolutely.
They want it to be treated well. They want the food be hot when they get it, and they don't want to have to wait there for a long time to get it.
Absolutely.
If
And
you do those three things,
yes, the pressure is there as well, but it's for all good reasons.
Mhm.
We are in one of the best hotels in Metro.
yes, yes,
So the Westin elevated want to bring out has to be complimented. The ultimate.
absolutely.
One thing that we are constantly all employees. This is the vision. Want to give back to our
Important customers. You have a website though.
yes. We're the House of Brunch.
Okay.
.com.
The House of Brunch. And when you go on the website for it, you'll find that you can get coupons and points. Talk about
Yes. So we have just launched our carryout.
Mhm.
So we were able to order online. If you register and you become a VIP member, every time you order through or take out, earn points. Earn the points. You also get firsthand on all our newsletters, our news or our email marketing,
Mhm.
text message marketing. Download the app. All your favorite things to buy have full understanding for. But it does a lot. So because adding all those points up, cash them out once in a while, the items.
about that. Another thing that I like the music. Young man that does he play the saxophone? What is he play?
That's Will Cyprian. He's our jazz
Yes.
player. Do live jazz on the weekends and Saturdays, and then occasionally on the holidays, and as well as our whenever there's.
So where else can you go to get live jazz, good food, and good service in a great surrounding? House of Brunch. You've got this Gotta go. And the next thing that's coming is the patio. Talk about the patio. That's gonna be coming pretty soon.
Yeah, Kevin's been working very, very
Uh-oh.
hard.
Kevin, what about the patio? Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
looked
yeah,
at you.
yeah,
Okay.
He's
See
making
what I
sure.
mean?
He's getting all the fun paperwork to do with the city of Detroit and sure that we committed to put out the patio.
Mhm.
And we're very close. We're getting there ready. So it'll seat about 30 people. We have we're hoping to get it done in this by patio.
That's gonna be so neat. If you and I go back to all of the wonderful things that are going on in downtown Detroit and all the people that are walking back and forth up and
Yes.
down Michigan Avenue to be able to sit on that patio and just watch.
Absolutely.
Just watch. It's gonna be fantastic. One of my other favorite things, the mocktails.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the mocktails. And for those of you who are coming in there thinking you're gonna get a Bloody Mary on Sunday or Saturday morning, you will not get a Bloody Mary with alcohol. We don't do alcohol, everybody.
Yes.
Make sure you
absolutely.
know that. But
We-
you'll get some great mocktails. Talk about them.
Yeah, we again we are a fully halal concept. We don't sell any pork product or any alcoholic. So we've replaced those with mocktails. So, we have our famous one right now is our blueberry mule, which is a blueberry lemon poppy seed. Been selling pretty quick. Our other one was our no problem, no particular, no problem. So it's a
That one more time, Mark.
no tequila, no problem.
There
No
you go.
tequila, no problem. How about that?
It is it's a knockoff or it's a zero proof tequila that we use there.
Okay.
That is non-alcoholic. It's crafted. Nothing with alcohol removed product. And then we have our what we call our new Western fashion, like it's the old fashioned. Called the new
New
fashion.
fashion.
'Cause it's a new day and age.
Okay, I
Right?
love
Because
it.
a lot of the new generations are actually opting out of alcohol in
Mhm,
general. So we wanted to put something else out there that's going to lift than the downers. Come
I
on your
love
lunch
it.
break.
Yeah, yeah, and you can have what is that you call it? The tequila thing.
No tequila, no problem.
tequila, no problem. You can have one and go back to work, and you'll be
That's
good.
right.
Absolutely.
Or two.
Or two.
Because the good part
Yeah.
about it, they're actually faced with adaptogenic drinks. So there's like lion's mane, things that will actually
That's great. Now I had something the other day. It had a stone in it
yes.
that was frozen, and the drink, and they came over. They lit the drink up.
That's our new that's our new Western.
That
or
was
the
so,
Western new
it was
fashion.
so good. I know it was, but she lit it up and did all that kind of good stuff. And I said, "Oh, this is delicious!" And it was smoking, and people were looking around trying to figure out what she was doing with this lighter and this fire and the smoke, and it was delicious.
It was
And it wasn't hot.
No.
It was cold.
Yeah, it's the smoke. You get that smoke texture into the drink. It's supposed to be it mimics it.
Mhm.
One of the things that stone that you have is just something that doesn't drink with all that ice.
I found that out. Like, wow, how about that?
Trying to make it a little fancy,
Yeah, it was really very, very good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to go back to something you said. You said we are halal.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know what you mean when you say halal. So explain to them what halal is.
Yeah, absolutely. Halal is like kosher to
Mhm.
the Jewish community.
Okay.
So the Muslim community. Well, actually, the dietary restriction is halal. Halal, all it means is anything that's permissible to your body. Halal goes in many different aspects of life, not just food, but
Mhm.
it's actually the way you your finances, halal
Mhm.
finance, halal anything that's permissible to do as a human for the sake of spirit.
Mhm.
That's called halal. But the context that we're speaking of when it comes to food, it's the way the animal is treated prior to being consumption. So in many ways, a lot of the it's making sure that there's no fear chemicals that are released the
Mhm.
blood prior to it being. So when the spear chemicals are sprayed, that gets fused into the we consume. So the animal has to be raised, nurtured. Make sure they're free, they're running freely. But when it comes to even nurturing process, you actually have to bring them out in groups. So you can't leave them by themselves because that starts
That's fear.
fear,
Yeah,
the
okay.
adrenaline and all. And then you actually have to calm them down by making to the creator. This is now a sacrifice. So now the animal will submit because generally the humans and animals all have one creator.
Mhm.
That creator is asked for the blessing. The actual animal submissive. If the animal submits, close its eyes, know that they don't. So that way, it's a quick, swift blade. It actually allows they don't feel anything.
There's no fear.
The idea is not to sever or kill it right away. Is sever the jugular vein here.
Mhm.
So any toxins in the blood prior to then obviously what we deal with on a day to day when we
Yeah.
eat. But this is just a lot more human.
I got that, everybody? I know you didn't know, but I just want him to know to tell you what it is that's going to help a lot of folks who have always hear halal, but never knew what it really meant. Thank you. That was a great explanation. Thank you.
Oh,
Appreciate
absolutely.
that. Appreciate that so much. Um, I want to talk about not the new restaurant, but some of your other, because you're not new to this business. You've been in the restaurant business for a while. Talk about some of your other.
Oh yeah,
Since
I've been
birth.
yeah,
Pretty much.
I rolled into the kitchen. Yeah,
Literally.
yeah. I've been beat up in this business pretty well. So with family, we have 3 brands that we currently run.
Mhm.
One of them is Malik Al Kebab is a family restaurant. 2006. We're going on 20
Oh, wow.
years. We have 3 restaurants with them. Then we also have Royal Kebab. That
Now,
one just-
Royal Kebab is the one I've not been to. That's the one I hear is just got the fantastic lamb chops under the sun.
It's probably from this guy.
Yeah, told me about the lamb chops. I think he has his own
Best I've ever
booth.
had, and I've had them all over the world.
He has his own
The
booth. When he
Obeid
comes in,
family
they know
does it right.
the
Thank you.
lamb
Not only
chops.
am I a partner, I'm a customer.
Can't beat that. Can't beat that. But the lamb chops, I understand. So that's going to be my next stop. Is the lamb chops.
I would love to have you there.
Oh, I'm heard
We should go
about
tonight.
Hey, lamb chops.
We can actually call Big Mo right now.
That's
and
right.
Have
We
him
have
break
it
it
ready
down right
for
now.
us.
But
Yeah.
they are absolutely wonderful. We're going to have to get Sandy Rosie on with the show out
Absolutely.
to taste some of the wonderful, wonderful things. Sandy directs a wonderful choir. And so we'll have to let the choir members know. We got spot for them.
They'll be singing all throughout the restaurant
Oh, yeah,
in between bites.
I can get the employees to move in a groove.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That would be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. Well, I am just so excited that the restaurant is open now. We're doing the soft opening, and we're going to have a grand opening sometime in the next few weeks, and we'll make sure you all know about the grand opening when it comes. But we're getting it all right now. We're doing a little testing and trial and error, and we're getting it all right. And you'll know when the grand opening comes. But talk about your vision for the entire space.
Oh yes. So there's a lot more to come. So we
Mhm.
actually took over a second unit, and we're putting together a private dining. This private dining room will help us host larger parties, any type of high level guests. So it's more of an exclusive, I guess, or a more exclusive experience with us.
How large will that private dining area be?
It's a total of 1,700 square feet.
Oh,
So it's almost like a whole.
now the restaurant,
So
you're
it gives
still
me the
talking about
seating
another
part.
50 to 70 people there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll be able to host a larger parties. The hotel itself has a lot of weddings.
Hmm.
They're always looking for a post or venue to host guests there.
Mhm.
So we're hoping to build that relationship and actually accommodate to their guests want that.
That would be great. If I wanted a job working at House of Brunch, what would I need?
We're looking for very skilled people that are going to build our brand and our vision. One of
Okay.
our biggest things that we are centralized around is the art of flavor culture. And we're looking for people to understand that we are going to serve a very elevated, so you very skilled at what you do, but it's very easy. Reach out, go to our website, the House of. There's a form you can fill out. Go and do an interview. Bring your resume. Show us what you're able to do, and we welcome you to the team.
Because I know there's some folks out there who are looking for a good place to work. When I say good place to work, I mean good place to work. Money man, how much do you pay your people?
Oh, I've been told I can't talk about it on
Okay.
the air.
Okay. Since you can't talk about it.
But I will say this. I will say this. There is no restaurant downtown Detroit more competitive.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Say that.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. And you can't even talk about healthcare?
We do, yeah. We provide benefits.
There you go. See, that's everybody doesn't do that.
Yes, a lot of restaurants
At
don't do that.
restaurants, they don't do that. And so, if you got a restaurant that's going to pay you good wages and healthcare,
Absolutely.
Well, when Maher Bell asks a question, be full.
thank you very
So
much.
we provide health care within 30 days of your starting. We also have a 401k plan that you participate after you. I said we're not just competitive with our pay scale.
You're the
Offer
top
the
of
benefits.
you're probably top notch. You're the top of the scale, I would say,
From
in terms
host
of what you
to
provide.
waiters, waitress.
Absolutely.
So if there's young folks out there in the culinary business who want to have a good experience and like helping people and serving people and like being around people, you might want to go to House of Brunch
Absolutely.
and go to their website, look at what they have, send your information in, do some interviews, because it is important that we have good young people providing service. It really is. You don't know how important it is for a customer to come into a restaurant and be greeted with a smile by the first person they see, and then to be seated and have someone say, "Hello, how are you? How can I help you?" And, bring you some water right away, and then let you just kind of not rush you, let you sit there and look at the menu and decide which one of these wonderful things you're going to order. And I'm telling you, that's the most difficult part you're going to have is deciding which one you're going to order. That
I would say order them all.
Well, do like I do. Every time I go in, I get something different. I'm working my way down the menu.
Absolutely.
And everything is absolutely delicious. And you will be so pleased with the surroundings and the culinary staff, the wait staff. All the people are there. They're smiling. They're helpful. They're answering questions. They're treating you with great respect. And so it's a great place for you to come downtown. It's worth the trip wherever you are from. It's worth the trip to come to the House of Brunch and meet these wonderful young men who have put together this great concept that's going to just, I think it's going to go all over the country, to be very honest. I think this is the first one of many. So you will see House of Brunch all over.
It is our goal. It's our long.
See? How about that? So when you go to New York and you say, House of Brunch, where have I seen that before? Downtown Detroit. And I'm in Chicago. I'm in Indiana. I'm in Philadelphia. And lo and behold, there's a House of Brunch.
It's our goal is to expand on the halal market.
Oh,
There's generally a lot of halal out there when it comes to Mediterranean,
mhm.
maybe some Asian, and then a lot of the little food trucks and stuff like that, like all across. Anywhere you go in the state, there's at least a halal food everywhere. We're just leveling up. And then there's a lot of restaurants that do accommodate all meat, especially in Metro Detroit. Metro Detroit is probably one of the biggest wholesaler of halal because
Yes.
um, the only concern that people do still have is that the cross can cooking non-halal with them. And that's probably the only thing that people generally wouldn't like. But at our house, we're still halal. We're still very inclusive of everybody else.
Hmm.
Feel like if you can have pork, you can also have chicken.
There you go.
And
I
You
agree.
can have alcohol. You can have it without the
You can have it without it,
alcohol. So
and you can have more drinks without it.
exactly,
Then what- you don't
least
have to worry about it.
you won't get in trouble
Yes.
leaving our place.
Exactly. When the police stop you, you'll be okay.
The only ticket you probably might get is a parking the permit the meter ticket.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Because
the
you
only
stayed there a little too long and you had a fun time and the jazz.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do you decide what's going to be on the menu?
Well, we go through a lot of R&D with our chef, and we actually allow our employees, especially our creators, at the bar, at the coffee, with chef, to come up with a new feature. We'll all test it and try it out, and see what everybody's feeling, and we actually will vote on it. We'll put on it.
Oh, love it. I love it. Who's the chef? We got the new chef.
We
yet?
have Chef Shane Kraft,
Oh, Chef Shane. All right.
an amazing chef. He's a Southern style chef. A lot of research helping him out as well. Adding that Mediterranean, Southern different dishes.
Isn't that interesting? Who would have thought that we'd be able to fuse Southern and Mediterranean and come up with wonderful, wonderful restaurant that satisfies both?
Absolutely. I mean, it's remarkably we're actually almost very aligned. Spice. There's many things that are up.
Wow. Isn't that great? Loving it. Loving it. Okay, so tell me more about you and Kevin and this partnership.
Yeah.
Kevin, you talk a little bit.
Well, I don't talk much.
I know. That's why I'm going to make you talk some.
Well, like I said, this is I've been in private practice, tax accountant for 30 years. Metro. I have clients all over the place. Been all over the planet. My goal has always been to help young people. I'm approaching senior myself.
It's a wonderful place. Come on, it's a wonderful place to be.
But right now for me, helping young entrepreneurs who are really focused, that have been through some battles, has been my choice. I'll say since COVID, I've seen a lot happen to young people during COVID, coming out of COVID. They just aren't given the basics of ABCs of business, dressing,
Yes.
doing research, and not just jumping out because you can. So my relationship with Maher and the staff, more of a mentoring as well, focus, task orientated. We have a young man who is also training them Six Sigma, lean manufacturing. I've seen
Okay, now stop. What's Six Sigma?
So-
People don't know what you're talking about, so you
That-
tell them what that is.
That's a corporate training. I don't want to get into the details of it. Corporate training for lean manufacturing. How can we cut fat, get more to the bottom? How can we streamline up? So they are learning that. I can say for the last 8 months, I have seen Maher go second grade to PhD.
All right.
And I'm so proud of him.
Quick learner.
Very, he's hungry. He's hungry. The whole staff is. We have another young man, call him Little Mo. His
Yes.
brother is Muhammad. We call him Big Mo. So
Yeah.
when we say Mo, they both go home. So
Yeah.
we got Big Mo, Little Mo. So Little Mo,
Little Mo is my buddy. I
Little
love
Mo.
Little Mo. He manages the restaurant pretty much. He's almost always there. Whenever I'm there,
Yeah.
I've been there. Mo has always been there. wonderful young man. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay.
I just had to say
No,
that
it's
about
okay.
Mo. I love
And
Mo.
he's he's on a fast track. He
Mhm.
has an accounting degree,
Uh-huh.
and he opted over a year ago not to take a job after graduating and work with Maher full time
Wow.
for no
That-
pay.
That's a
For
commitment.
no pay.
That is
He
really.
eats a lot, but once we
Well, that's half the battle.
Exactly.
You can eat, you know.
prior to opening, we were able to do something for him financially to
Mhm.
reward him. But he's another up and coming sharp young man I enjoy spending time with and mentoring. They're always asking questions. It's like having an acquisitive kid around. Well, why? Why? Does it make sense? We go back and forth, but at the end of the day, we always come to some kind of arrangement or agreement and make the decision and move forward. That's one of the successful in our restaurant is people working together.
That makes a difference. That makes a difference because you can't be there, nor should you be there all the time. And you can't be there all the time. So you got to make sure that somebody is there who
Absolutely.
you trust run the business, make sure everything.
Absolutely. And that's the only way we'll be able to grow
Mhm.
is systemizing the
Ex-
running.
Exactly. So when you move to all these different locations, you can't
Yeah.
be in all of those locations. You got to make sure there's somebody at every location
Absolutely.
that's replicating what you do.
So we're aiming to replicate the system itself that we
Mhm.
build, and that way when we plug in the right people, they'll understand. Well, eventually, I mean, I wanted to speak more so about how we're doing so with our coaches, but I see Kevin more as a mentor than a partner. He's been the driving force of guiding me. I've had a lot of experience in family business building and probably the seventh restaurant, actually. So it does get messy, it gets overwhelming. There's a lot of resilience that you have to. But having a partner, me like Kevin, is really amazing. For any young person going through starting, find somebody like a Kevin A. Carter here, guide them. We've actually built a very close relationship, um, more so on a spiritual level, it's on a financial level with business. The friendship that we built. Um, Biggest thing that there's no clear guidance in business. It's a blank canvas. What people don't understand is, yeah, you can follow all these people that went through it. You can do the same thing. You can, but it's not always gonna fit. The shoe doesn't always fit. So you always have to tweak it, fix it. But studying those people, studying
Mhm.
other business helps you, you know, cut through really cut through the mess and make sure
Absolutely.
you can reach it. But in many cases, businesses, I believe, functions the same way,
Mhm.
regardless of what the business. But the remarkable thing about a restaurant, I call it's almost everything. It's going from raw good, you buy stuff raw, manufacture together, deliver it, service. So it's going from raw goods to the customer, all in 20 minutes.
Oh,
So-
20 minutes. Yeah,
Exactly.
that itself. Yes, that is.
before they get hangry.
Exactly.
We don't want people getting hangry.
Hangry.
No. You
So-
don't want that.
It takes a collection of thought process activity. Make sure that you're efficient. Your stuff is coming out in quality, because that's what people are coming. They're coming to you to pay quality.
Yes.
They're choosing you over your competitors. They're
Mhm.
choosing you over other restaurants. Why should they come to you and spend? Otherwise, other than you delivering something that I don't feel like there is a competitor. We're unique in our fact that we're halal, metric. The fact that we deliver things far different than what people may think.
That's the important part.
Absolutely.
That is the important. What are the hours? House of Brunch?
Yeah, we're open from 7 to 3 on the weekdays, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. and that's just for the entrance. So we get grand opening. We'll be introducing a dinner hours, about 3
Oh.
to 4 nights a week, coupling it with some
That's gonna be
jazz
great.
nights.
Oh, listen to you. That's gonna be great.
And it's not going to be so much brunch for dinner.
Yes,
It's gonna be dinner for dinner.
it's gonna be dinner for dinner. We're gonna
Love
some
that.
things are gonna probably creep on that side.
Uh-huh.
We'll call it a little brinner.
I like that. I like that.
So it is something we're playing with to make it a little bit different. But we are going to some of the staple items keep on the menu that kind of fit to
Uh-huh.
both. But we'll have a nice dinner menu, and we're actually aiming to collaborate with chefs. So we're in a collaborative spirit as well. We talked about having our musicians come play
Mhm.
at the restaurant live jam, and it's open. Will himself is going to be the creator of that he's rotating musicians there. And we also have our art. David Rudolph, publicist, curator of our art program,
Mhm.
and every quarter our aim is to bring in a different artist. Use our walls as a gallery,
Oh,
and then that will give them a free night of exhibition where they can dinner for their
Mhm.
guests at art, and then we'll collaborate whether we do merch with them as well. Then we also want to collaborate with artists like food artists to have a different menu once in a while.
sounds great. And now the one that people always ask about. What about parking?
Well,
What are we doing?
that's the
I
interesting
know.
part. Downtown Detroit, anywhere you go
Parking
downtown.
is just it
Luckily,
just is.
yeah, no, luckily we have a lot of parking lots and structure around us. The Boulevard, Washington Boulevard, we have that middle of the boulevard, another layer of or another line of parking. But there's plenty of parking. We will be once we get closer to getting that private dining, we'll have valet. So that's something that we're working. But everybody that comes,
I just wanted you to know that there is parking.
there's plenty.
It's street parking, there's lots, and it isn't always $40. The only time it's going to be that much is when there's a basketball game or a basketball game or something. But then you can still find some lots that are going to be reasonable, or you can find street parking because it's in walking distance of almost everything. You can walk there a block or two from everywhere. So don't worry about parking. I knew
Absolutely.
parking was on somebody's mind because it's always on somebody's mind. So I
Absolutely.
just wanted to bring it up. Parking is okay. It's like parking everywhere else. You find yourself a parking spot. And once you find your spot, just come in and relax and have a non-alcoholic drink. How's that?
Oh, absolutely, yes. A lot of times, just so you know, that when everybody comes to downtown, majority of the parks for the business are around us.
Mhm.
So there's at
Mhm.
least maybe 6 or 7 different that are close to us within a 3-minute.
And the hotel itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are places to park. So don't worry about not having a place to park. And the good news is the queue line is a block away.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
even if you want to park down Woodward someplace and catch the queue line for free, hop off at Michigan Avenue and walk over a block and you're right there.
I was
So
actually surprised to find out that it's still free.
yes, it's still free.
I took a little ride on it
Yeah, I
a week
heard.
ago. Yeah, I wanted to go for a walk, and
Uh-huh.
I jumped on the queue line to see how it is. I'm like, because a lot of people come to us to work,
Mhm.
and they might have a bike or something, and you can actually bring your bike on the queue line, get up there, and
Yeah.
just hop in, work on coming on a bike.
Yeah, it's great. So, there are all sorts of ways to get there that are reasonable and comfortable. You can see Woodward Avenue, go down the queue lines. There's all sorts of things. Guys, thank you. This has been great. We'll have them back just before the grand opening event starts so you can know about the grand opening events. But House of Brunch, Michigan Avenue, 7 to 3 during the week, 7 to 4 Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. And soon to come, possibly evenings. How about that? So, what better place to be than downtown Detroit with good food and good people, and you'll even have good music. What more could you ask?
So
This has been the Community Bell Show with Maher and Kevin, House of Brunch. Put it on your list. It's going to be a great place for you to enjoy chicken and waffles and the shrimp and grits. I'm telling you, it isn't that I've got to talk about. The gravy is dark gravy. It is delicious. So I'll stop talking about food right now.
maybe next time we'll probably have to bring food.
I think that would be a wonderful
we'll-
idea. You
we'll tease them.
bring us some food next time.
He said yes.
Yes,
He will
yes,
be out.
yes. There you go.
We'll probably be a lot less talking.
Yeah, well, that'll be okay too. We'll have some breaks in there so we can eat while
Lip
during the
smacking.
break. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for
Thank you for
joining me.
having
We
us. Thank
appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
to the
Look forward
Community
to
Bell
coming back.
Show.
I appreciate it.
Enjoy your holiday weekend. 4th of July is coming. We'll see you next Monday, 4 o'clock. Mondays, it's got to be the Community Bell Show. Have a great week.
Thank you for listening to Community Bell with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner Edna Bell. This broadcast was brought to you by WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, tell a friend to tune in. We'll see you next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern to the Community Bell Show, right here on WVTC Radio Detroit. You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.
Somehow, Lord, I've got to make
Detroit, the birthplace of soul, the heartbeat of gospel music. But our gospel music legacy is at risk of fading into obscurity. The Detroit Gospel Music Legacy Foundation is on a mission to preserve our history, to ensure that the voices of our pastors, the harmonies of our choirs, quartets, and soloists live on for generations to come. But we can't do it alone. We need your help. If you have Detroit church archives, obituaries, concert souvenir booklets, gospel LPs, radio shows, cassettes, or sheet music, don't let them vanish. We'll digitize and preserve these treasures at no cost to you, and we'll return them to you, keeping our promise to honor our history. Reach out to us at DetroitGospelMusicLegacy@gmail.com and start your donation process. Together, let's ensure that the soul of Detroit lives on. Donate your gently used items to the Detroit Gospel Music Legacy Foundation today.
Hey there, Dorian Ellis, Elmar's Fur is coming on to tell you a little bit about our summer layaway. Yes, the season is over for fur coats. It's now the summer. Put your coat in the layaway, 30% down, right here at Elmar's Furs. Have 6 months to get it out. By the time you get it out, it'll be time to wear it. Right here, Elmar's Furs, 13661 West 11 Mile Road. Summer layaway is happening right now, 30% down. Don't miss it. See you there.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.